Hello, today they announced the Social Security cost of living adjustment. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that. It looks like the adjustment is going to be 8.7%. Yes, that is a full $1,764 increase if you are a widow receiving $1,567 in widow's benefits right now. Now, I will go through and show you everything, but that amounts to $1,764 a year increase to $1,704 is what you will be receiving next year if you are a widow. That is a great increase. It's going to help with all of the inflation that's happening. Of course, this is tied to the inflation numbers. It is the highest increase in Social Security benefits in 40 years. I've got to tell you something. Guys, elections are coming up in 2 weeks. You need to get these people out of office. Seriously, this is absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason for it. Now, here's the thing. I know everybody's saying, especially when you're only getting $1,500 a month for benefits right now, $1,700 next year, starts in January. But here's the thing, guys. There are many things that you can do to help yourself while you're living on Social Security. First of all, you can work. People don't think that, but you can work. So if you need to work while you're on Social Security, I would go ahead and do that. If you just did not have enough retirement, then you may have to go ahead and get another job. Now, if you are under the retirement age of 66 right now, so if you were born between 1943 and 1954, full retirement age is 66 right now. So if you are under the age of 66, you can earn $21,000 a year next year, and then $1 will be taken out for every $2 that you earn. Over $21,000, then they will take $1 out for every $2 you earn. And you're like, well, that's my money. Well, it is, but you're still making more than if you were living on Social Security just by itself. If you are full retirement, that's age 66, you can earn $56,000 next year. And then $1 will be withheld for every $3 that you earn above the limit. Now, with disability, it's a little bit more crazy to try and figure out what you can earn and what you can't. But basically in 2022, you can have a trial work month for any earnings over $970 is considered a trial work month, okay? Then you have 9 months cumulative trial work months within a 60-month period, okay? So 9 months all in once in 60 months, okay? After 36 months, which you can work and still receive benefits for the month your earnings aren't substantial. In 2022, they consider earnings over $1,350 to be substantial. Then on top of that, they also deduct any work expenses. So all of your work expenses, your transportation, anything you have to buy special for work, special things to help you with your disability to work, you also deduct from that amount, all right? I'm not gonna go into full details because I don't know what your situation on disability is, but I'll just tell you mine personally. I am on disability for my chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. I have been since I was 19 years old. It was a miracle that I even got on. But now that I am working, well, sort of, it's a long story. You guys can go watch the video on how I almost went to jail, and I explain it in that video. I'll link it up here for you. But now that we are earning more, I used to get $400 a month for my disability. Now I get, my goodness, I think it's like $25 or $50 a month. I don't even know. Mike looks at the bills. He's the one that sees what comes in, and I haven't looked at it for years. But it's somewhere around $25 or $50 is all I get now. So as you start working and earning more money, they will deduct more out. Well, let me tell you, me being able to do this YouTube channel and working and doing that earns us way more than that $350 that I lose from my disability, okay? I have tried getting off a disability. That's explained in that video also, so you can go watch that. But here's the thing, you can work, so you may have to work when you're on Social Security. You are going to have to cut back all of your expenses if you cannot afford to live on Social Security. You're gonna have to cut back on the coffees. You're gonna have to cut back on the purses. You're gonna have to cut back on the vacations. And you're like, well, Tara, I worked all these years and it's time for me to retire. I don't wanna be working. Well, I'm sorry, I hate to be harsh, but you should have thought of that 25 years ago when you were going on vacations and in hock up to your eyeballs. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Dave's back here going, oh! But you know, if you didn't plan back then, it's the consequences that you're facing right now. That's just the way it is, all right? So you're not gonna be able to have the fun that you had anticipated. All those car payments because you thought you had to have a new car. Sorry, that's the consequences. Now, I would make sure that you totally get rid of all your debt. No credit cards, no car payments, no house payments, nothing. If you need to get another job to go, or if you need to work 5 or 6 more years to get all of that stuff paid off, then I would definitely do it, because you can make it on Social Security though. My mom gets the $1,700 widow's benefits. $600 of that goes to supplemental insurance for her Medicare. So she basically lives on $1,100 a month. She has no car payment, no house payment, no credit card payment, nothing. She shops the sales. She shops 95% of her clothes, probably 99% of her clothes from thrift stores or garage sales. She eats only what's on sale at the store. She doesn't get persnickety and say, I want steak today. Steak's not on sale. She buys the pork, she buys the chicken, she buys the hamburger that's on sale, or clearance items. Another way you can save is by cutting your groceries. Our Dining on a Dime cookbook, let me tell you, I had a lady the other day said she saved $500 in 1 month on her grocery bill using the tips in our Dining on a Dime cookbook. Really, she did. Guys, use the tips in our cookbook. Stop eating expensive meats. Start using recipes that are easy. Use simple ingredients. Use a few ingredients. Don't overeat. Make your own homemade seasonings like taco seasoning and ranch dressing. Guys, I have the best ranch dressing recipe. People just rave about it. You can make my ranch dressing for about 25 cents. You know how much Hidden Valley is right now? It's like almost $5 a bottle. That's ridiculous. You can make it for about 25 cents at home. Yeah, you really can, especially if you use my homemade buttermilk, which is super cheap and super easy also. Groceries is one area that you can really cut back and save money and still have delicious, nutritious food. She maintains her weight and does not overeat. Guys, medicine is a huge problem for people on Social Security. And one of the biggest ways that you can take care of that is to maintain your weight. If you don't have diabetes, you're not going to be paying for insulin. Well, type 2 diabetes is caused by being overweight, and you can control it by exercise and not eating so much food. People holler at mom because she eats so little, but her test results come back. She's in good health. Basically, I mean, she has chronic fatigue syndrome and neuropathy, so she does have those two issues, but she's not having diabetes or any of those other crazy things that's causing big problems for people. You're not gonna be able to go on vacation, so you're gonna have to be satisfied with doing things in your town to get a break. It's not gonna be going to Disneyland, it's not gonna be going to Disney World. She drives a 20-some-odd-year-old car. She does not have a car payment or a truck payment or anything like that. So that's how she's able to stay within her means and pay all of her bills, including her taxes on her house, everything on her Social Security. Now, she does get royalties from the books. She does. But all that money goes into savings so that if she needs a new car or she needs a house repair or whatever, she has that savings built in so that she can pay for those things. So I know that this may not be the way you had planned your retirement, but if you didn't plan 20 years ago what was going to be happening now, and you had the car payments and you were going out to eat and you were going on vacations, well, unfortunately, that's the consequences of your actions 20 years ago, okay? You know, when someone murders someone, they go to jail. When someone overspends in their working years and they don't save for retirement, then they have to cut back in retirement, whether they want to or not, or they may have to actually work more. There are lots of things that you can do. One of the ways that I'm going to help you now is to give you our Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 1 ebook for free. Just go to our store. The link is in the description below. Use the coupon code DINING1 and you will get it 100% for free. If it charges you, you did not apply the code, okay? You have to put in the code and hit apply, DINING1, no spaces. Go watch this video next on how Mom lived on $750 a month before my dad died. Visit us at livingonadime.com and we will see you guys next time.